Howdy there, I'm that indie games guy, and if you're here, then you're exactly like me. You love indie games and want to know what games will be coming out in the future. Or if you're watching this from the future, games that have already been released. This video, I'll explore a whole list of indie games that are set to be released shortly. These could be games you've already wishlisted, or unknown gems. Let me know in the comments below if you like the look of any of these games, and let the video commence. First game up on the list is Clem, a narrative-driven puzzle game that will have you questioning why you were brought to life in the first place. You've just woken up in a small damp cellar, not sure how you got here and having no memory. You see a notepad on the floor in front of you that just says Clem. You'll need to travel round the house to solve puzzles to further understand your existence and why you've been called to this plane. The puzzles will require you to move around the house to explore all possible angles before being able to solve any puzzle. The developers have called the game a Puzzlevania, which I absolutely love. Hopefully other developers will see this and start to make more games in this new genre. Clem seems like the game that will have you on the edge of your seat as you move around the house just trying to understand who you are. I mean, you're a ragdoll, and I want to find some happiness in that. I'd feel so bad if you listen to this inside voice telling you what to do just to face a sad ending. Please Clem, have a happy ending. Moving on now to a darker game set when AD became BC. This is the Inquisitor, a dark fantasy adventure game which will be set in an alternative universe that sees Jesus come down off the cross and wreak havoc on the world. Centuries have passed, and now an army of zealot inquisitors brutally enforce the faith in this blood-soaked church. You'll play as an inquisitor within the church's ranks that has been sent to a town filled with mystery and sin. Solve the various cases and crimes of those who have transgressed against the faith, all while uncovering the truth of a darker evil from another realm that is trying to enter the world of the living. Honestly, I'm all up for this game. It's set within an alternative universe that will change religion forever, and that just really excites me. It'll show us a thing that we would never normally believe, and I'm all for seeing how this one pans out. Religious games will always be a taboo subject. People may stay away from them just because it goes against their beliefs, so I really hope this game can still draw a crowd even if it doesn't fully align with your beliefs. It's time we head on a psychedelic adventure into the weird and wonderful. This is Ultros, a Metrovania that's all about beautiful colour and deadly skills. You wake up not knowing where you are, and are unaware of what actually has happened. All you know is that you're in the sarcophagus, a cosmic uterus holding an ancient demonic being. Trapped in the loop of a black hole, you'll have to explore the sarcophagus and meet its inhabitants to understand the part you will play. The game is a beautifully crafted, sexy pixel adventure, and it's one of those games where you just can't take your eyes off all the little details. Compare this with, let's say, a game like Hollow Knight, and it's literally night and day. Literally, these colours are sending me to another universe completely. You'll be up and close with all creatures that call this place home. Travel around to locate different bits of information that will help you hopefully escape this hell pit. Combat will force you to be in the face of all enemies, as you use your weapons to hack them down or use pinpoint accuracy to hit them with a ranged weapon. It's down to you how you fight, just make sure you don't die and have to reset the run. Ultros will be a must for Metrovania fans. This will give you all the joy and excitement while moving around the area, and hopefully the boss fights will give you the adrenaline rush needed to kick them in the arses. Breaking news! We have just received a report of a new game that will be released shortly. The game in question is called News Tower. We're going live to our reporter at home, that indie games guy, who will have more on the story. Guy, over to you. Guy here, who can see the game is a newspaper management strategy game that will have you build your empire up from scratch. You'll need to find all the latest scoops if you're to aim to be the best publication in the country. You'll start by owning a small building within New York City in the 1930s. The land is full of stories, and it'll be down to you to shine the light on the most important ones. Well, the ones that you believe are the most important anyway. News Tower will follow the actual events from the time it's set, But be careful, you might have a few people knocking on your door trying to bribe you with some cold hard cash to either cover a new story or possibly cover one up. News Tower will be released in early access, and the development team is a small group. It'll be released with a few years already being within the game, with more to be released within the next few months. I think it's a great idea to roll into early access, so they can get feedback from fans on the game and improve the important parts. You'll be crazy to think that this will be an easy game. Management games to me are always difficult terrain, and the news is, this one is going to be amazing. This is that Indie Games Guy, back to our fantastic team in the studio. We're around halfway into the video now. How about it's time we take a trip to Peace and Tranquility Town, where it'll only be a population of us, as we embark on a journey of discovery in Islands of Insight, a puzzle adventure game that'll have you exploring the land to solve puzzles at your very own pace. Nothing seems more relaxing than being able to explore a beautiful land with no danger and just enjoying multiple different puzzles. You'll play as the Seeker and have, and this is a big number, over 10,000 puzzles set within 24 different puzzle types. So if you thought this would be a walk in the park, think again. All the puzzles will range from beginner friendly at the start to over the top Sudoku chess master by the end. But the best thing is the game won't just jump up in difficulty. It'll be a journey for you to discover and better yourself over time. I know when I often think of puzzle games, my initial thought is that they're only going to be single player games. But a great part of Island of Insight is that it will be an online co-op game. So you and your friends will be able to explore and solve puzzles together, as I know I can suck at certain puzzles that my friends excel in. I just hope they won't leave me behind if I'm the weak link. Following on, we have the complete opposite of the game we've just covered. As that was a beautiful and peaceful world, this is a hellish pit. This is Solium Infernum, a dark and twisted tabletop grand strategy game that'll have you questioning your own self by the end of the game, as it will require you to look into the darkness deep within you. The Prince of Darkness has vanished. Muster your legions while casting out dark sorceries, devilish schemes, and mysterious plots. The game is a simultaneous turn-based strategy game for up to 6 players that will have you backstab and lie towards victory. You'll have to scheme with or against your friends, who might be having second thoughts towards the actual friendship by the end of the game. Each turn will have you make a choice on an event, a ritual, diplomacy, and schemes, as you decide what will have lasting effects on the overall game. If you've ever played Civilization with a group of friends, you'll understand how these games turn out, and it's always one person normally controls everything and everyone else plots to take them down. At least in Solium Infernum, it's part of the game and pretty much required to win. Sticking with the dark and twisted, but this time in a fun and goofy way, this is HELSKATE, a skateboarding action roguelike that will have you grinding, ollieing, and performing tricks to destroy the monsters right in front of you. Well, you didn't just think it was a skateboarding game with that title, did you? Combine unique weapons and gear to suit your playstyle as you fight, die, and upgrade your abilities to come back to this labyrinth over and over again. As you grind through the game, you will unlock new weapons and gear for you to skate through, each one being completely different from the last. It'll have you skating over and over as you kickflip the monsters in the face to absolutely 360 them. Did that all sound pretty cool and down with the kids? Pretty radical, right? I was a massive fan of the skate games back in the day, and they always made me want to actually go out and buy a board and give it a try, but every time I did, I ended up on my bum, so having games like this helped with the pain. I never thought I'd play a skateboarding game whilst also trying to kill something straight out of a Dark Souls game, but now I can't wait. Get me in this Skatevania to completely pwn the baddies. Up next we have Recolit, a story-rich pixel adventure that'll have you trying to uncover the mystery of a strange town that you have crash landed in. The sky is always black, but no one around in town seems to care or notice anything different. It'll be down to you to uncover the secrets of this newly found place and put a stop to all the strange happenings around. You'll play as a spaceman from who knows where. The planet you crashed on, also unknown, but you've been around enough to know something isn't quite right. People are acting too normal for the environment around them, and each seems more unusual than the last. Recolit seems like a beautifully crafted adventure in my favourite graphic style, pixel. The game will play out as a 2.5D side-scrolling world, where you'll be looking for answers in plain view, but might not make sense until you discover something else later on. And now it's time for the creepy game. Woo, yay, everyone's favourite. I'm not scared at all. Well, I guess I'll steal my nerve for now and say this is Lazaret, a first-person psychological horror game that puts you on board a boat as a rescue team, as the ship that you're on went missing 4 years ago and the distress call has only just been received. Now, I've never been lost at sea for 4 years, but it seems kind of like it wouldn't be possible. So if someone said to me, hey, we've got this call, you need to go investigate a ship that's been missing for 4 years, I'd probably be the first person to say no. My spidey senses would be ringing like mad. The rescue mission goes awry, and you are left stranded and alone on this derelict ship. Searching below deck, you find no sign of life. The crew appears to have vanished, replaced with these eerie stone statues. But perhaps you're not as alone as you first thought. You'll need to explore the derelict ship to uncover what happened 4 years ago and what fate befell the crew. Lazaret is going to be a wild ride with no doubt jump scares and moments of bone-chilling anxiety as you never know what's round the next corner. All I know is that if I do end up playing the game, it will be in the middle of the day, listening to calming lo-fi and picturing inner peace. Already feeling much better. It's time for us to run our own drink shop in Feed the Cups, an online roguelike co-op game that will have you going bananas for the freshest drinks on the block. You'll need to prep the ingredients, jot down orders when they come in, and make sure the drink has been completed to a gold star standard to succeed on this fun-filled journey with your friends. The game seems pretty similar to Play Up, where you'll need to ensure someone mans the front and cleans up, and the others ensure that the behind the scenes in the kitchen is running smoothly, or smoothie if you will. The game will allow you to play 2-player in couch co-op or up to 4 people online. You'll play as these adorable animals who just want to make the world a juicier place. Customize your home after a hard day of work with all the wages that you've earned. Feed the Cups will be releasing into early access by a small team of 2 developers. Around 60% of the game will be ready to play when the game is released. The game will be updated as more fans and customers let them know how to improve. I hope they can serve this one up to perfection. And now we'll just cover a game once again. It has already been covered in one of my videos, and this is the final game on the list. So this is Pacific Drive. I have seen so many people talk about this game and mention this game in videos or on online publications, and it has been getting amazing reviews. So I really can't wait to drive around in this car roguelike and see what the world has to offer. If this isn't on your list already, I would highly recommend you add it as soon as possible. And these are some of the games to be excited about in February 2024. If you have any games that you're looking forward to, please let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Bye!